What are you guys getting done?
I'm getting an express manicure, I believe. Is that what it is?
I think so, yeah. They're going to be like, is that it? Yeah, no.
Is that what it's called? Yeah.
I think it's the same. Is it the same thing?
No, you're getting infills.
Okay.
No, I love how I'm just telling
Yeah, I'm
people what
glad
you're
you know.
getting done at this
I
point.
was not saying I understand. Yeah, I'm getting infill.
Yeah. Mine is an
That's
infill as well,
short.
but an express infill.
Oh, yeah, because you're getting extensions, you're getting natural.
Yeah.
Oh, is yours biab?
Yeah,
Okay,
biab, yeah.
cool.
Natural nail, natural girl.
By the way, I really love short hair on you, Akua. I don't think I
Thank
said that before. I really love it on
Thank
you.
you. Yeah. I thought I just felt like 2024. I wanted something new. I wanted something different.
Fresh start.
And also, child, them wigs was just taking my hair. So I was like, yeah, let me just cut it all off and start again. Yeah.
I actually thought about it, but I'm just like the maintenance short
is
hair
scary.
maintenance is yeah.
I have to wash
I
my
don't think
hair
I
every
have it.
week now.
Yeah, I don't think I have it.
Oh. Honestly, but I just thought, you know what? Try it out for a bit and see. If I don't like it, then obviously put my hat back on.
Exactly. Put my wig back on. Literally. But no, I think obviously you were one half of No Shade podcast.
Yeah.
So why did you guys stop doing the podcast?
I feel like after like 5 years, it was just time for the chapter to be closed. It was a good run. We had an amazing time. We did so many things. Like we was on BuzzFeed, we was on Kiss FM. Like we did so many things, like so many achievements and stuff. But I think after a while, it's like, you know, when you both know that like it's time to move on to other things and venture out. So yeah, that's why it ended. But yeah, after 5 years, we decided to end it. And
no, obviously with Esther doing TDA.
TDA,
as well,
juggling that was a lot as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was a good run, and I think it was amazing because like, it was like two friends just chatting. There was no pressure. Like we just talk about whatever.
Yeah, I love No Shade. This is
yeah.
like one of my favorite podcasts.
Oh, thank you.
No, but do you Esther still talk all the time then?
Yeah, we talk here and there. But obviously, because the older you get, life just
Busy
gets in
girl.
the way,
Yeah.
and like schedules and
Yeah.
stuff. But yeah, we do talk here and there. But
That's nice.
yeah, adulting has got us by the neck.
Trust me.
Yeah.
Especially when you have when you have to work so much as well. Like
Girl,
work takes up so much of your time already.
and then now you have to plan when to see your friends.
Yeah, literally.
Like
That
before,
is the
it was like you
craziest
see them
adult
every
thing that
day.
we have to do now. Like, okay, so I can make time for you next month, or
Yeah.
maybe 3
Yeah.
months from that. Like, that's so
Yeah.
insane. So, yeah, no, I'm glad that you guys are still cool. And and obviously she's on TDA every day, so you can still catch her there. Do you think that you'll do a podcast at some point, or some kind of content?
I think so. I think it took me a while to figure out what I really wanted to do, because obviously, like, when you're doing podcasting for so long, it tends to feel like it's a job.
Yeah.
And I think I kind of stopped. I wasn't enjoying it as much as I was before.
Yeah.
So I think I took some time out just to really figure out, did I want to still keep doing it? And I think I'm at a point now where I feel like I do, but I also want to think about how I want to do it and like make it a bit more me.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I definitely would do something, whether it's in the podcast, whether it's, I don't know, anything in the like content creating kind of form. But yeah, we'll see. We're still early days, but yeah, we'll see.
That's
yeah.
good. Well, definitely I'll be watching it whenever we do so.
Thank you, girl.
Well, thank you guys for stepping in the salon today.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us, literally.
This has actually been one of those weeks where I didn't really think much was going to happen, and we actually have a lot to talk about, which I'm very glad for.
Yeah.
So firstly, the official talk of the timeline, Rita Tisa, or is it Rita Tessa? I'm not even sure.
I think it's Rita
Is it
Tisa,
Rita
yeah.
Tisa?
Yeah.
So the Who the Fuck Did I Get Married, or Who the Fuck Did I Marry series on TikTok.
Yeah.
So just for, I'm sure most people watching will know by now, but there's basically this woman who just gave her account of a situation where she had gotten married and divorced within the space of, I think the divorce was like they were married 6 months, but the relationship was like a year and a half. That's what
a year and a bit.
Yeah. So she met him in the pandemic.
Yeah.
Just goes to show what the pandemic was doing, people, child.
Girl. Some people are going through it.
Literally, she met him like just before everything kicked off on March 2020.
March, yeah.
And then obviously we're quarantining. So they move in together with now. I don't know why they're moving in together within a month, but I guess people were doing that in the pandemic. I haven't heard of a short stint as a month. But, and yeah, I guess when she meet him Hinge or some dating app.
She saw him on Hinge and on Facebook dating, which I didn't know was a thing as well. I don't know.
I have never heard of it.
Facebook had dating. I did not know that, but sure. She saw him on Facebook dating and on Hinge. Now I know his name's Jerome. She said one of his names is a shorter version of his first name, so he must be Rome on one of them and then Jerome on the other.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because they found him now, innit? Yeah. We'll get into that in a bit, but yeah. So they got married very quickly, and the red flags were there from the beginning because he said that he played arena football.
Yeah, I actually didn't know what arena football was.
I had never heard of it. Apparently, judging by the comments on TikTok though, apparently the government packed it up in 2018 or something.
Oh wow!
It came to an end. I don't know I'm not a sports girl, so I don't know what. But you know, how the NBA have the NBA and the NFL, whoever their agency is, they went bankrupt.
The governing board
like
did it out.
Yeah, I think they went bankrupt, and that's why they.
So kind of like a UEFA Champions League kind of thing.
Sure, let's go with
that. Yeah, I guess. I was like, sure, we'll go
Don't
with that.
come for me, guys.
Clearly, Akua knows a little bit more than me in that department. But
I'm assuming something like that.
It's a governing board, so the governing board would have gone bankrupt or just dead at the game.
Yeah, judging from the comments, I'm not sure how true that is, but I had never heard of arena football, so I could be wrong.
But imagine if a guy that you dated, you just met, was like, oh, I play for, I don't know, I play in the Champions League or something. Yeah. Would you not Google him and be like...
That's my thing. Just to see, because I don't personally, I don't care about the sport, but if I'm dating someone that played it, I would want to be like, oh, let me see, especially if he said he won a championship. I'll be like, oh, okay, let me have a little...
I am probably the person I know that does not Google men.
Really?
I don't
not
care.
even out of curiosity?
I don't Google them, but if you're a celebrity, I'm a Google, what do you do? I want to know who, if we're going to walk the red carpet together, I need to be ready.
Because if you say you played football, and I'm going to assume that you know, obviously maybe not usually recognisable, but you for someone of a little bit of stature,
a regular guy, I don't give a heck.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so basically they got together. I don't remember when the red flag started kicking in. Was it around the time he moved in and he was talking to his family members supposedly?
I think it was when he was looking for a house. Apparently he'd been looking for a house.
Yeah.
And then he presented a letter from Chase Bank saying that he'd been offered 700,000, because apparently he had his own place, but then they decided to move in together. Yeah, but he was looking, so I think that's when it all kicked off, where he was that they would keep looking for houses, but it would be like a no, or he didn't like it, or whatever.
I will give her that one, because at first I was like, wouldn't it be a huge red flag that a man didn't have a home when he first met you?
He had
a home.
He had somewhere to live, but
well, so he says.
But he was also so he says, and he was also he showed her an email saying that he was looking for a house, with the realtor and stuff.
And also he showed an email from work saying that they'd only placed him in an apartment he was in for a little
bit.
Oh
yeah, because he got transferred, isn't it?
See, for me, all of these are red flags.
The way we're talking about it, it's like we
why
don't
do I need to know what your work told you? I don't need you need to show me.
Confirmed it. I'm assuming she might have asked.
You're proving too many things to me. I don't prove.
But I think you know what it is. I think when you get to a point where you want to be serious with someone, and you'd have these conversations and stuff. And I think probably our conversations, they was like, I'm looking for a mortgage. I'm trying to move, trying to buy a house, because I think in her mind it was like, I've met the one. Let's get married. Let's have kids. So you probably would have those conversations though, and.
I guess more than 2 months in, but there's
that.
But I think, under normal circumstances, you wouldn't do it under 2 months.
Theirs
was a bit rushed.
I feel like when people prove things too much, they're lying.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
When you're
why
doing
do you
too
feel
much, why are you buying so much? Because that's your life. If that's your life, then that's your life.
I agree with that. So anyway, long story short, he took her through a time. There was a point where she got pregnant. She had a miscarriage. And then she, what happened after that? He was playing with her, making her do test drives of cars that he was never going to buy her because she wanted a
BMW X5.
Pontiac seats.
When I googled that, I was like, this is a nice car.
Very nice car.
I get why she was upset.
And when she broke down from where she said, and you're supposedly driving a BMW company car and I'm driving a Nissan.
But she never saw the company car.
No, she saw pictures.
God.
I had so many questions, but do you know what? Okay, cool.
And then the houses. Oh Lord, not just her, but he took.
They
the
were
realtors
nice
through
homes
some
as well, you know.
Nice homes, cash offers. He would sign off on cash offers.
But I just think
knowing he had no
that's
money.
so dangerous because you're signing legal documents and you know you ain't got the money.
No.
Like, that's crazy.
And then when it got to proof of funds, they had him on the ropes with the proof of funds. He was like, I want them to accept my offer before I show them I have money. What sense does that make?
But you know, so if they did accept it and he didn't have the money, like, what next? That was my thing. Like,
that's actually a good point. Yeah, what happens? I'm assuming they can still revoke. If you don't have the money, you don't have the money.
but
So
my
we're
thing
not
is,
gonna
how
tell you the
far
house,
was
but-
he taking it? Because you yourself know you don't have the money.
No, I'm so
What
sure
did you think
that
was gonna happen?
Yeah.
Okay, so two things. I'm of the belief that man was
Mentally ill.
no, was white. It would have gone right through.
Oh, if he was. Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because there's a
Did
lot of
that
people in
prove
jail for blue collar crimes.
Right.
The same
Yeah.
thing.
But wouldn't they
That
just have
exact same thing.
fraudulent documents in that case?
Yes, but you can
As opposed
you can
to just not showing them anything.
Oh, yeah.
with confidence you can fake anything in this world. I've realised that.
That is true.
Over
For some
time.
people,
Look at that
Because-
Anna Delvin or whatever. Yeah.
With confidence and being white,
Inventing
you can
Anna
fake,
or
Oh,
something.
yeah.
you can fake anything in this world.
That's
Literally
true.
everything.
Yeah.
That's a good example.
You can fake a life in this
Yeah.
world you want to.
I didn't think about that, you
Is that
know.
crazy? I don't
That's
think
a
that's
good
crazy.
point.
And the fact that race probably did.
Yeah,
It
no,
does
race
play a part,
yeah.
played a big part in
Yeah,
that. Race
yeah,
played a
yeah.
big part in that because if that man was
If
a,
he
was,
looked a
was,
certain way,
was a
spoke certain way,
grown
he was
white
white,
man,
yeah.
he would have got the house and then told him that he's going to pay them and they would have waited.
Could you
They would've waited.
imagine?
No, they would have waited.
I'll pay you back later. We're just gonna move in for now.
Buy now, pay later.
Yeah, exactly. They would have waited. He would have sent an email from work or something and it would have a CEO or whatever. And they would have waited.
Oh yeah, probably yeah.
That's how it would have gone for him.
Yeah. Because he did get far with the fake mortgage letter.
Yeah, I'm telling you that.
So-
listen,
It was the what I don't remember. Was it Amber, the other realtor? It was her calling sis
Yeah.
for me being like, listen, like she was basically reading between the lines of what she was saying. She was basically
Yeah.
telling her without telling her like, I don't think no, just
Yeah.
just go.
Yeah.
Like because something about this.
doesn't sound right.
But then she was saying that like she felt like suspicious and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But my thing is, why didn't you?
Still show him houses.
Yeah, like why would you still go into these houses knowing?
Maybe
that-
there was a part of them that was like, maybe just on the off chance he really does have money. And he is serious.
But I also think that probably she felt like, because she did say that, what if he was the VP? What if he did actually have this money? So I think a part of her felt like, even though I'm not sure, but what if it's actually true? Like, let me ride it out and see whether or not, like, it's actually. I think she always had that like what if in her mind, and I think
Yeah.
maybe that's why.
Yeah, I think so too.
Oh,
yeah.
I
Tisa, yeah. And she was desperate to get married
But
as
then
well.
there was also, this is the thing, that's what I was going to ask. Isn't this a testament to how much women look at, how much some women really, really want marriage to the point where they will delude themselves? Because there was points where, and this is the parts that I didn't get, because I could even understand in the beginning, you'd be like, you know what, maybe this, like certain one or two things in the beginning could maybe be explainable, but after a while you knew he was lying. Like
Yeah.
when it came to certain things he would say, she was just like, I know you're lying. Like, do you know what I mean? And it's like, so why at this point, like, isn't it stressing you out? Like, why would you want to put up with something like this, especially when it's such a short relationship? Like, it
Yeah.
doesn't make any sense. It's not like you have years invested or anything.
Yeah.
So like, is it a testament to how, I guess, for lack of a better word, desperate some women are to get married, that they will overlook something as huge as this?
I think what kept her in it, I think probably is shame. I think she probably knew, well, she did know that he was lying, but I think it's more like, I'm gonna, like, it's hard to come out of a situation and then knowing what everyone's gonna say, her mom, I think her auntie as well, or something like that. So I think it's like, it's to the point where you know what you're in, but you want it to work so bad that you're overlooking everything because you're so shameful of the fact that, like, this is really who you married, and you yourself couldn't tell the red flags from the beginning. So I think, I don't know, I feel like for me it's a bit of shame and wanting to look like everything is good on the outside. I think especially black people, we like to make everything look like it's rosy on the outside. We don't want anyone to know that something is stinking in our home. Like, do you know what I mean? When really, like you said, she was a church girl as well. So, and I think she also mentioned about how divorce was not like something that was accepted. And then she remembers saying to God, like, because he lied and he's gone this far with lying, it's okay for me to get a divorce. So yeah, I think
even at the point they got married, she knew he was a liar. So
Yeah.
that's the thing.
I
It's
have a
like,
slightly different way of between us. Probably different. Can I swear on this?
yeah,
Oh,
go for
okay.
it, please.
So this is why you need to hoe a bit more when you're younger.
Yeah, to
No, I'm
be
not
fair,
gonna
I
lie.
agree with that.
No, I
Yeah.
a little bit more
Don't just get the first.
when you not sleep around, when you see a lot more men, you know when a lie earlier, and you know what a lie is because love them
you've
to
got more
bits. But men
experience.
can't lie
Yeah.
for shit. Men can't lie for shit.
Some
No, they
can.
can't. No, they
They're
can't.
definitely good liars out there.
Yeah, girl. I've been trying a couple
No,
times, girl.
No, they can't. No, they can't.
All of them.
I'm
But I
sorry.
think it comes with experience. But I think
Yeah,
sometimes,
that's what I'm trying to say.
but then I think also
You
sometimes
learn-
when you're so you're delulu to the point
Yeah.
where
You only get delulu
It's
when
cloud.
we're still saying the same thing. You only get delulu when you don't hoe around a bit more.
not necessarily,
It
you
is. I promise
know.
you. If she had been around enough people who did, let's go with fraud, quote unquote. Because if you dated men when you were in university, you met one or two men who did fraud.
frauds.
You
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
So when you do that once or twice, you know the signs. The signs are very, very clear, and you understand when the money comes hard and fast. That is not real money. When he's doing things that make you feel, what the fuck, what's going on? You instantly know, and I think a part of her knew. I'm not gonna. She knew.
She even admitted
She
that.
knew that
Yeah.
it wasn't straight money, which is fine. If you know that, then go with knowing.
Oh,
that it's not straight
money-wise, so
money.
she knew that the money. Oh, did she? Okay.
You must know because there's.
But the thing is,
If this man- if
we
this
found
man's-
out
this
at the end
man's
that he
covering-
did have just enough money to pay all her
Yes,
bills.
if this man's covering
So I
your
think there was
bills
part
and
of it
his
that was legal
bills,
money.
covering your bills and his bills,
Yeah.
and you look. Have you seen this man's face?
Girl,
Have you seen
Yeah.
his face?
he does not look like a VP.
No.
Not just
Did you hear the brother, the way he spoke to her? He said, "You believe he was a VP?" I said,
Exactly.
the
Not
brother
just
don't
a
rate
VP.
you.
Not just a VP. His face
Of a
looks like
condiment company.
he doesn't even use like good skincare. Never mind.
Oh my god, you know in the search thing, you know on TikTok when you go in the comments, it has like the search what
bar.
people have been searching, and it was like, oh, Legion's rash face,
That's what I'm trying to
and
say.
I was like, oh, that is so mean.
His
No,
what
but-
face?
Yeah,
like
his
rash,
face, his
yeah.
face has like a whole like he's got
Oh,
situation on
the
his
rash and the
Yeah,
okay.
he's got situation on his face. Okay, it's a couple of things. Sorry, I just thought about it. Because men are vain to a certain degree. That wouldn't be there if you had a job that was actually legitimate.
A VP
And he
type of
wasn't
job.
wearing,
Yeah,
apparently
yeah.
he wasn't wearing a suit to work,
Yeah.
like he'd be wearing some
Why
like
didn't
cargo
you do that?
pants
That's
and
the
stuff.
part that I didn't get. Why didn't you commit to the role?
To roll,
Yeah.
exactly.
Like, why didn't you buy a suit?
This is
Because
why
he can't
why
bother
I
to get
said
into
that
work
men
and
can't
change.
lie properly. That's what I'm trying to say to you. Like there will be something that tells you it's a lie. Something will. It will either be the random flipping something in his pocket. Or
Yeah.
something will tell you this man's just chatting shit.
He was like,
I think it's
what did he say? She
desperation.
said that he would be walking around in the warehouse of the condiment company.
Yeah.
Wherever that, so like I don't wear a suit, and it's like, but why would you even be walking around in the warehouse if you're the VP?
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like that VPs don't do that. But
I think
anyway.
I think she was so desperate to be married.
Yeah.
And I think it goes back to, I think what you were saying, I think she hadn't met a guy who came across like he had the full package. Like this guy
Package, yeah.
met her and was like, I want to marry you, I want to have kids. Da, da, da.
Yeah,
and I think
that.
she probably hadn't had a man who
Yeah.
who would have kind of said all those things to her before. So when she met him, she thought, okay, I hit the jackpot. Like, and I'm willing to ride it out
yeah.
to see whether or not this actually comes
Yeah.
to fruition. But
I see what you were saying in a way though. She definitely is sheltered in that way. Like, she
Yeah.
didn't have
Yeah, but
enough
I do-
experience
and she's a
to
church girl as
catapult
well.
into, this type of
Yeah.
relationship because if
Not
you-
saying church girls don't,
Blessing
you know.
said- yeah,
They
no. But like Blessing said, she had a little bit more experience, at least with men, not necessarily
Yeah,
sex
she
wise,
would have.
but
It
with
would have
men.
been better.
It would have, yeah, she
But
would
you
have
know-
known
It would've made it
certain.
clearer.
She'd go, oh, I know what this looks like.
It would've made it
But you know, there's also some women who are experienced,
yeah, that's
and
true.
they know their husbands are doing one heck of a fraud.
But
At that point, that's a choice.
Yeah, but
though.
you know exactly
Yeah,
what
that's
purposely
a
doing,
choice.
and that's
Yeah.
okay. If you're purposely in something,
But they
you
turn a
know
blind
something-
eye.
Yeah,
absolutely.
exactly.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Because she knows, and so you never shame her and go away because she knows
What
what
her
she's
man,
doing.
yeah.
And that's fine.
Yeah.
But I do think Risa being plus size, there is something about being a fat woman that makes you makes it harder to believe that a man loves you or likes you. So when he shows interest, you fill in the blanks for him when you probably shouldn't because the blanks are still blank. And
She did say at one
filled
point,
in,
like,
yeah.
oh,
she
am
definitely
I
filled
so
in the blanks.
jaded that I can't see when, like, I have a
No.
good man kind of thing?
Yeah.
Exactly what it
No,
is.
but
yeah,
it is.
yeah.
There is something about being fatter and just being aware that does he actually like me or is he just here because
Even though he was big as
I'm
well.
providing?
Yeah.
Yes, but
Yeah.
big men,
I know, yeah,
Let's
men is
not talk
different.
about fat men because the issues are many.
But-
But let's not talk fat men. Never.
And she never actually mentioned anything about like his looks or like his weight or anything until the very end when she was like when he was
When he was
ill
losing weight. Yeah,
and he was
yeah.
losing weight. And I
What
was like,
was
I
wrong with
didn't
his
know.
leg?
I actually don't know. She never
'Cause
said.
she said that was a genuine injury. Like the way he went, I said no, there's no way. And even the pee bottles, everything. I was like, yeah, you
Somebody
don't do all
said
of
that he
unless you're really in pain.
had AIDS.
Eesh.
But I don't
Where
think
did they
it
get
is.
that from?
because of the rapid weight loss.
Oh, okay.
Oh. I mean, that could be because of anything. Not
Yeah,
necessarily-
I don't know. I feel like that's
a bit extreme.
That's a big assumption
Yeah.
to make. But yeah, I'm definitely something medically wrong though for you to have that rapid weight loss and the leg. Yeah, there was something you definitely needed to look into. But so essentially ended in her divorcing him because he found out he was sleeping with prostitutes. Believe it or not.
He was.
He actually was.
He was paying. Oh, men are just sorry.
And was this why he had the bad leg? You know what? Anyway, was this why he had the bad leg? I just.
Yeah, it
somewhere
was.
he found the energy, child.
Yeah, and then I think she was even saying that is that the reason why he has a bad leg or something like that. Yeah.
Wow. So in her finally kicking him out, she calls up a lot of family members. I don't know if there's any friends in the mix, mainly cousins, brothers, aunties. And she finds out that like him supposedly being on the phone with his brothers and sisters all the time, he has no sisters.
For me, it was when he said the mum died during COVID, when the mum had died.
I died years ago.
I was like, that's taking it too far.
It wasn't 2018, it was 2008 or something. It was definitely like
that is taking it
before.
too far because he took it to a fake graveyard.
And he was fake grieving. Like
that's
that is
scary.
So crazy. That's the scary person. I'd be terrified at that point that I had someone like this in my house because like you could really and the dedication to faking conversations every morning at 6 a.m.
Like there's no one laughing back.
No,
there's no one laughing
That
back.
is so terrifying. And then he lied about the ex-wife and the kids. Like she said, the stepsister had died from COVID. Stepsister was stepdaughter was fine. It's just so much. I wonder what he lied to the ex-wife about. I wish she'd gotten a little bit of tea from the ex-wife because I would have loved to know what kind of
She did a
story
video as well,
She did. I do think
the
that
ex-wife.
the ex-wife. I do think because I noticed the all plus size women. I do think that PSA to fat women, you are not anomaly. Like there are many women that find love and be fat. You don't have to fall for the first man. Like it really needs to stop because silly stories happen and I look at the man and think, what are we falling for here? Like why are we lying to ourselves just because and he can't even afford to look after himself? That's dead. Don't do it to yourself. It's never that serious. It's never that serious.
Yeah, clearly he didn't have no money because when she kicked him out, he was living in his car. And it was the fact that, and I totally felt what she was saying when she said like, the biggest shock for me was the fact that I was calling around his family members, like one of them being his twin brother, and nobody cared whether this man lived or died. And I was like, that just goes to show how much of a roller coaster he's taken his family members to with his lies. Like the baby, like he told his mom's best friend that she had the baby, and like people were buying gifts for this baby. And this man is clearly not well. I was seeing some comments saying that. I don't know. I think some people are reaching because there's always some people that are like, they'll basically like their take was like, oh, the family kind of caused this in a way by like he not getting him diagnosed and like the way black people treat mental health.
Oh, come on now.
And then like because some people try and say he has schizophrenia and I'm like, I don't even think he has schizophrenia.
Think he does.
Judging by what we've heard, I'm not seeing schizophrenic symptoms. He's a pathological liar, but that doesn't necessarily mean. Do you know? Because that's the thing. Like we're assuming that all pathological liars have some kind of mental illness. That's not necessarily the case. He could literally just be a liar. So like I think that if that was the case, because they said he's been lying from he was a kid, I very much doubt they haven't seen a doctor about it if it was that bad, and he probably is just a liar in my opinion.
I do think there is something in you. There is something there. Not
definitely.
There's something there, and I don't think pathological lying.
I don't think he believes his own lies.
Simple.
Is my thing. I think he knows he's lying.
I think he believes his own lies.
Really?
Because you have to, for you to carry out a full-grown lie, you have to believe. You have to believe in it. Otherwise, it won't sell.
There's so many, and there's such big lies.
Exactly.
How do you believe that?
It won't
How
sell
do you believe you're the VP of a company when you're going nowhere during the day?
I think
really believe these lies.
I think he would leave the house and he would prepare things. Or he would do things on the way to work and answer the phone and stuff to tell himself that he's in that place. So he's telling himself a lie.
Yeah.
And there is something in that, but I couldn't diagnose that myself. But I do think there is something about his mental state. And his brother was doing all that stuff. His twin brother was doing all of that.
Yeah.
And twins
that's the brother stuff, isn't it? Yeah.
Twins have a thing inside them. There's a whole connection situation.
I don't remember, but they share something in the brain. Yeah,
they share something. So I do think to an extent, he believed that that's what he was doing because a part of him was doing that. If that makes sense. I know that sounds the same, but
no, I get what you mean.
If his brother was doing exactly the same thing, then a part of him believes that he was doing it because his brother was doing it.
That's such an interesting theory, you know.
I think for me, I think it goes back to what Risa was saying, that like it was a way to like he got a kick out of it, I think. And I think he knew
watching her get excited.
Yeah, and I think he knew that he wasn't living the life that his twin did.
Yeah.
So to make himself feel better about his quote unquote shit life, why not pretend that like I'm doing the same thing? Because I remember seeing on TikTok another twin who was basically saying that she knew from the like when she was watching Risa Tisa's story that he was a twin and something similar had happened to her as well. So I think maybe, I don't know, maybe there's like a study, I don't know, but like maybe there's like a secret hidden competition thing, or where twins feel like they need to be living the same. Because remember there was also one on there was a show on Netflix where two twins were role playing each other's lives, so they would, because they looked the same, they would switch over at certain months
Lots of twins do that as well.
and then go and sleep with each other's husbands.
Lots of twins do that.
So I think, I don't know, maybe they get a kick out because they look the same or whatever.
But it's just one of them was doing it in this instance.
Yeah, one of them, But it's scary because I'm like, now I don't want to have twins. Like, God forbid I have twins.
Now everyone just gonna be side. If you meet a man that's a twin, you're just gonna be side-eyeing him instantly. Like, what you got going on?
Get your twin self away from me. Like, yeah, it's scary because, like, imagine this happening to you and you just realize that you actually didn't know the person that you were sleeping next to, you was having sex with,
That's
you got married to. That is scary.
Terrifying.
That is so scary.
I do think Risha's saying that he did it to her on purpose. I don't think it's necessarily about
I don't think
that.
anything is her.
I don't think he set out to hurt her.
No, that's just who he is.
Yeah, he's been doing it.
Yeah,
he's been
likes
doing
everybody.
it.
That's why his family don't fuck with him. Like they all said that to her. Like we don't.
But then I think when stuff like this happens to you, it's hard to not internalize it and make you feel like it's my fault. But God forbid any of us meet a man like that. Honestly,
I can't handle it. My anxiety.
I will, like Charlie May said, I will flatline. I'm done. I'm so done. Like, I'm so done.
But yeah, one of the things that he lied to her about was taking her to Paris and London, because she's always wanted to go Paris and London. This has hugely gone viral. This has been like the biggest like positive PR for her.
Yeah.
She has got like millions of followers on TikTok at this point. I don't know what brand is taking her to London and Paris.
I think there was one brand. I don't know if it was like Natrium or something, but one co-founder or owner or something was like, "I'm gonna sponsor you, like whether you want to go to London." And I was like, let me also open my book of secrets.
Stop sharing my trauma because
BMW are
I
getting
could
her
do
a
with a new
BMW
car.
apparently. Like, one thing about these brands, they will really throw your products at them, no matter how expensive they are, for some good PR. Because this is obviously
because it's in it for them as well.
And even on her TikToks where she's saying she's going to London, the Corinthia are in her comments saying, "Yeah, we love." I said the Corinthia. That is a fancy schmancy hotel. I was like, "No, you lot just throwing free shit."
I do think that she's done herself a good favour because she's actually a great storyteller. Like I was saying earlier.
It was
she's
perfect.
A fantastic storyteller.
Like, get it on Netflix right now.
I was gonna say, do you think Netflix will?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because somebody would. I think someone will turn it into
even
a
Hulu or Amazon
or
Prime.
Do you remember? I fucking hope not. Do you remember when Zoya told that story about the Zoya movie? So when Zoya tweeted her entire life, she was a call girl. That her and this white girl had gone away somewhere, and I can't remember that story, but she tweeted the entire story. It was years ago, and then it got made into a movie called Zoya.
Really?
Yeah,
Genuine.
That's her name. It's about her
do
life.
that?
Yeah, you can, because she gave the rights.
Oh, she did. Okay, because I'm like, if you're using my name as well,
Zoya
I feel like
maybe 2010, some beginning of Twitter time. She tweeted this entire story where she'd gone away with she and this white girl had gone to a different city or something, and then the white girl's boyfriend had come and he was black, and it was a whole story. Literally, I promise you, it was a whole thing.
I'll look it up on my way home.
And she was tweeting that was happening to her. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
But then it got made into a movie.
I would love to see Rita Tisa on the big screens.
I would definitely watch it.
The thing about it
I'll
is,
do reviews on it and everything.
The thing about it for me though was that it turned out not to be as good as the story.
Oh,
That's my only issue with written work getting translated into movies. That
they needed to start it like,
things were missed.
who the fuck did I get? Like the way she says it in the beginning, I'm like, yeah.
Like the way she started every TikTok. I love how she did that.
I would love to see it on the big screen because I feel like everything, the way she just laid out the story, it needs to be exactly the same. They need to get the same, like, actresses looking like her and Jerome. Like, it needs to be exactly the same because I really, really want to see. Because there's probably other bits as well that she hasn't told us.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so they need to put it on.
She probably has left out some stuff.
Yeah,
because I still can't
that's scary.
see. I still can't see a man. I still can't see a man lying. I don't know. Maybe I'm just too jaded. Maybe that's probably what it is.
Did you see that they found him though? They found Legion.
Yeah.
I don't know if he had. No, because some woman did her digging and found him.
Unnecessarily. And then nobody asked her to.
Yeah,
that was very
I knew that was going to happen, but I wish they didn't.
It happened quick though.
It happened so quick. I knew they would find him eventually though, because there's too much going on for that not to be the case. And then he identified himself saying, you know, Reese is lying. And I said, well, I was like, well, I don't even know why you're bothering because this whole thing is because you're a liar. So you think you just getting up on TikTok saying she's lying, it's going to be like, oh, well, okay, then we believe you.
I don't know. There's something about lack of shame that really bothers you about men. Because that's the same as a random man in Atlanta did the same thing. I was like, why are you coming outside?
Yeah.
Why are you telling us who you
that
are?
wasn't him?
No, it wasn't.
Oh, it was him, okay.
But why are you telling us who you are? Your baby mom just told us your dad to like 7 different women. Why are you telling us, oh, hi, I'm random man from Atlanta?
He definitely has no shame.
Why
and I think he now
shame?
also benefit from the how popular the story has gone as well, because he keeps making videos, and then he made one recently saying like, oh, thank you Netflix, I can't wait for this to be on the
well,
screen.
I mean, Netflix
but then someone snipped like the Netflix, because he had like a Netflix background, someone snipped the Netflix bit and then did a Google search, and it was from Google.
Yeah.
And it's like, you're still crazy.
You're still doing it, Legion. You're still up to your tricks.
Like, you're still crazy.
He has lying.
I wonder why she calls him Legion.
Because Legion means one of many.
Oh,
or master of many.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like you are many.
Okay.
But I was shocked when I saw Legion. I said, girl. Doesn't that somebody that is well travelled that will take you to London and Paris? Girl, come on.
Has he even left the state?
You know? Has he got a passport?
Sorry, right.
You know, some Americans, no shade, they don't have a passport, you know, they've never travelled. So, like, how were you expecting to leave?
To London and Paris.
To come London and Paris?
The itinerary, but no boarding ticket, no boarding pass, no plane ticket, just itinerary.
Just vibes.
I am of the solid belief that when men offer you holidays, they're like, do you know what? I'm too jaded.
Unless they actually like are showing you with action, like
I'm
like
too jaded
pack the
about
bag,
this
let's go, like, or like, you know, you can see proof of purchase.
Yeah, proof of funds.
Proof of funds, exactly. I'm too jaded to talk about it because honestly, I just don't believe them until you can see it. I only see it. I mean, literally see it.
Words are easy at the end of the day.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
And one thing I hate as well is a man who says they're going to do something and don't come through, or just says things and then it's like, I didn't ask you to like take me to London, say you're going to take me to London or Paris, and then like now you're out here lying for no reason. Like, I didn't ask for this.
It's just so unprovoked on the
unprovoked.
And they do it so.
I hate that.
It's so obvious.
Yeah.
So
like you go out of your way to lie.
They do it to see how you're going to react and see the pressure here and there. Please.
That was
one thing I hate.
I don't think it's schizophrenia because like that's you're aware of it. Like if you're doing it to make her excited on purpose, knowing it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
That's a different thing. But before we move on to TV talk, I do want to touch on very quickly one of my inspirations, Wendy Williams.
Wendy Williams.
Wendy
what was I saying again?
How you doing?
How you doing?
Wendy, man, she's not well by the looks of it. They've just diagnosed her with dementia, and I think is it aphasia, which is also a brain kind of injury or disorder. Or disease, I think is the word. But I don't know. Like, do you guys see what people say where they feel like there might be some funny business going on with Wendy?
What do you mean?
How things happen with the show as well, and how? Because basically, like, I think some people's opinion is that there could be something dodgy in terms of who's around her.
Oh yeah, because I think the state has appointed the guardian, like is it guardian or whoever it is?
Woman.
The state has appointed it.
One son that is older, and she in that documentary trailer I saw, I was like, she clearly does have some family, so why?
I remember watching something similar where I think the state are the ones who appoint someone externally, so that the family, like if they have like any personal interest in like her finances and stuff, it's kind of to make it like fair. But then at the same time, this person's getting paid.
Be more inclined to.
Yeah, the stranger is getting paid, and also they can easily manipulate the person that they're looking after to also
because they
get
have
money
no
as
emotional
well.
attachment to them.
Yeah.
It'll be easier, in my opinion.
What's it called? I was wondering why it went to the state. Because her money was held up, right? They didn't give her her money.
Yeah.
Something. So my question has always been like, I don't understand how it went from being a family matter, because God knows the government does not care about you unless you force it. So how did it go from being between her and her family to being a state issue?
I don't know.
She's
Because
such a
when
big
you're
brand,
vulnerable, yeah, and when you're vulnerable,
Yeah. No, that's not.
Wait, what?
No, that's not.
No, saying as in because she's such a big well-known figure, and because obviously she's at the moment it's like she's very vulnerable. She can't look after herself. So I think in America they appoint someone who isn't a family member to then like kind of look after you, take care of your finances.
Almost like they did with Britney. Obviously, that was a different situation.
Yeah.
But almost like having someone else.
But her dad did that, right? That's
her
family.
dad. True.
I don't know.
Maybe they
Wendy's
thought
story well
they
enough to
wasn't
understand
the
that.
family members not suitable.
Well, good enough,
Yeah.
And so that's the question. But I think it has to have been her that appointed the state and not her family.
But would they leave the decision up to her?
I don't think so.
It has. I think I don't know enough, but she must at some point have made it, because again, unless something happens that's criminal or something in your family issues, the government doesn't give a fuck.
So, but also, I'm not sure she's always been close to her family.
That's
true.
To say.
I think,
so there was one or
at
two of them.
some
I don't know if it
point-
was just her son, maybe, because it was a man's voice that I kept hearing. So I don't know if it was the same person. But it seemed like she had one or two people
family,
in her family,
yeah. So maybe that
she
as
was,
well
like,
played a
concerned,
role.
you could tell. So it's like, why couldn't they just?
And her sister's apparently like an attorney or something, so
really
she could have easily like.
So, but back
Been
to
the
I think at
state.
some point she appointed someone. She appointed somebody that was not family to look after her estate. She might have appointed a bank, because then that can go to the government. Because I don't understand how it's gone from being she's unwell, but so are so many people in the world, and their family that's not looked after by the government. So what makes her special?
Yeah. But I guess maybe we'll find that in documentary, because I remember I saw
hope
something
they're trying
about.
to stop that.
Yeah, I think I saw something about her not being close with her her family members or something. So I'm not sure.
That makes
Maybe
sense.
I've heard that before. I think
yeah.
even before this,
That makes sense.
But it's really sad, and I
really
think
sad.
like for the longest, like Wendy was running this whole gossip, trending, pop culture show,
people are
and
missing
it's
her.
yeah, and it's just so sad how
she is missed.
it's just gone downhill so quickly from her getting divorced to losing the show to getting ill. Like it's just crazy how you could be on such a high and one
then,
thing will just
one
take
day
you
just
all the way down.
That's why I wonder if that's true, that there could be somebody manipulating the situation to their benefit around her, because it's like, I understand, she went through an emotional downward spiral after the Kevin thing, because do you guys remember what happened where he got that girl pregnant?
Yeah.
It was basically got some, I think he had a side check years, and he bought her a house with Wendy's money, and then he got her pregnant and left Wendy,
Wendy know
basically.
she was buying her house with her money?
I don't know if she knew
I think
about
she
the
later
house
came to
until
find
later,
out,
but she knew that he had an affair. She knew about the side chick.
But then I swear, did she take him back and then they broke up again or something, right?
Is he still with the side chick?
I think, actually, I don't know, because obviously we don't care about them like that, so they
no,
might not be together, who knows, but as far, the last I heard they were. But he was also really violent. I've heard lots of people say that. Even Charlemagne has spoken out about, because remember Charlemagne used to work with Wendy Williams.
Yeah. Violent, hit her?
Nobody really ever wanted to say it, because I think it was you can't really, I guess, say things about people unless you have solid proof, even though you know it's true.
And they're gonna be so
I
quick
think
to
they
sue
genuinely
you.
were worried about Wendy. I think they would. It gave me the energy we don't even really want to say it, because we don't want him to get angry and then take it out on Wendy. But they were saying it without saying it. It was very and he used to be violent around people to Wendy as well. So he was just a very horrible man by the sounds of it.
You know what's crazy as well is the fact that when you see powerful women of power, you would never think that they get something like this is going on behind closed doors in terms of abuse and stuff like that. I don't know, it's weird because in society kind of associate abuse with people who are more weaker, vulnerable, but because the way that Wendy came across, you would never ever think that her man is doing this stuff. And it's just really sad that how she was going through this and no one, the public didn't know, and she was come every day, do her show, go home.
That's so
everything is normal.
That's so just because I'm literally the opposite.
Really?
Because I think, and I don't know if I can throw it out there, but I think the more powerful the woman is, and there is a man, he has to be comfortable being on the side.
Oh, yeah.
If he's not comfortable on the side, it's really obvious. Yeah. because I think you have to. Who does it really well? What's her name? Actress Angela. That's it. Angela Bassett's husband. He's happy to be her cameraman, and you can see.
I was going to say I actually don't know what her husband does. That's why
he's an actor. He's not an actor. He's just a lesser actor than she is.
Oh yeah.
But he's happy to be a cameraman.
Yeah.
I think it's important that you are with someone who champions you. But I do think the louder a woman is, the more emasculated a man feels.
Yeah.
You know,
it's funny that their masculinity can be played around with so easily.
Yeah.
But
it's so funny that you're saying that because. Even though obviously their relationship is very different when you compare it to Wendy and Kevin's, because obviously that was abusive. But you know the Monique interview that went viral last week or the week before? Yeah.
That's a different dynamic.
I was watching a YouTuber that was basically saying that she feels like she does that daddy thing because she calls him that like to the point where it's like uncomfortable, like it's weird.
But do you think
I
that
feel like she does that to compensate?
Yeah, she does. Because and you know what? It's something to admire. She toes that line really, really well. Where because she's the bigger person and he is, and that's why she gives him so much. You're the manager. You're this. You're that. You're that. So he feels like he has some kind of play to do. I don't know if it's a good idea because if you give a man control your money, he can run it crazy.
Yeah.
So, but I think she talks about it when she talked to Shannon. She said that for a while she was trying to be the botter, and then one day she's like, "Well, no, you are." So they must have had a conversation or situation where they made her feel like, okay, so maybe I should give this man a bit more room so this marriage can be peaceful.
I think their dynamic is really.
Too much.
I think their dynamic is very. I want to say weird because I just think, why is your man like? Let's just say if I have a problem with you, why is my man the one that's coming to be spokeswoman for me to deal with the situation?
He does that with men. He does that with men. I've noticed he does that with men. If it's a conversation, if it's like Tyra Perry, he spoke because he's a man.
But I don't think it was necessary for him to, unless it's a point where Tyler's getting disrespectful when you're cussing me out, that's when maybe my man needs to step in. But this is between me and Tyler. I think he oversteps his boundaries, but she lets him.
But like, so even the way, look what happened with her son, where he...
and
then he said the main problem that I have is that Sydney, basically,
yeah.
like, obviously her too, but it's like we had the bulk of our issues when he started doing too much and taking too much control and watching. And I was like, so you thought that the appropriate thing would be to let him take over the conversation, responding to him?
Yeah,
that's not even his son.
I don't know about.
I was like, why is this man talking?
Yeah. And I love Monique and stuff, but I just think when it comes to her husband, I'm like, girl.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
Right,
it's just a bit like,
On to a topic that we haven't reached yet, but do you know that girl on Love Is Blind? What's her name? Stephanie? One of the daughter.
Jessica.
That's it.
Yeah.
My friend and I were talking about this the other day about how her daughter, she sees her. There's something about women who have a child and they're not married. I feel like sometimes they overcompensate on that because they feel having a child puts them
on a lesser
level.
And
I fucking hate that. I just don't think men are good enough for any of
but
this.
Also, I think it goes back to what you were saying about Rita Tisa as well, and I think because Monique is plus size as well.
Yes.
I think she overcompensates because she knows that her man, like compared to like, society's beauty standards, is like a very good-looking man, and I think,
we said that as well.
But compared to like
what about Legion?
Yeah, she did. Because the thing about being a fat woman is that you put yourself down so much that you feel like you are so much less than.
Obviously, like I don't think
to women his age.
And also
sure.
compared to like obviously,
anyway.
because Monique is like plus size and stuff. I think maybe in her mind she's thinking I've caught a good fish. Like he's good looking. He knows. He's a black man. So I think she probably like overcompensates by like making him feel like he's the king and he's this. And this is also like her third marriage or something. So it's like, you know what? I've met this good looking man. I'm gonna make him feel like he's the king. He's this. He's that. And I just think it's quite sad because I just think when it comes to situations with her son and stuff, like he has no business even into utter a word, and then you come to it on live and she's mute and he's just
said anything
and he's the one talking and I was like,
I said you basically proved everything he said right with this live, like,
and you're actually showing screenshots from 2021 or something,
which didn't even say anything. All it showed was really you don't talk to your son that much because he's basically trying to get in contact with you and calls, and essentially her son was saying that, like, my mom had no interest in being a mother. She only had an interest in being famous and being successful. She has admitted that in the past.
She wanted
as
to be
well,
famous, yeah.
she wasn't interested in being a mother, and like she was just
Fair enough. Why
prioritizing.
should have a kid?
So he's definitely not wrong about that.
Why she have him?
I don't, that's the thing.
Okay.
Like I don't get why people have children if they're not prepared to really be a mother. But
Yeah.
it is what it is. And he was like, I'm even willing to forgive that. Cause at the end of the day, you know, that's my mother, and we're not perfect. We're human. This and that. So when it seemed like she had 2 other sons and she was a bit ready to become a mother, I did try and forgive her and see if we could, you know, establish our relationship. But essentially, she was letting Sydney do too much. To the point where I just think the dynamic of their relationship was continuously rocky because of him, and also because it basically she went from not being a mother because she wanted to be famous to still not being an effective mother because you want your man to take over and control what you're doing.
Is Sydney the other 2 boys' dad?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think he has a child as well from his past relationship. Yeah.
I do think there is something else thrown in there about women who have sons and how much they make their son be a man too fast. I think that's a thing that happens with men who have single mothers, is how quickly their mothers push them from being just a kid to being a man. And your man, so you talk to a man, it's like, well, no, he's still your kid. And he's still a child, and he still needs to be cared for and nurtured and loved on, but appropriately, because again, sometimes they do too much on that side too. So, but yeah, I guess she missed, I don't know. I give to women too much of a play, and I give men too much of a thingy, but I do think that, like we said, she's plus size. As funny, and Monique is hilarious.
Yeah.
As funny as Monique.
I didn't think the Netflix special was that funny though.
It
wasn't.
wasn't. Funny,
yeah,
I think
she's
funnier on TV and in person.
No,
I don't know.
Monique did a prison.
I haven't seen the new one, but I've seen a stand-up special of hers before, and I
You weren't a fan. Monique did a stand-up at a women's prison years ago.
I heard that. It got big laughs.
That is one of the funniest shows I've seen.
Maybe she done lost all her jokes with all the beefs that she's got.
Maybe.
She's been trying to go through it, child. With the Tyler Perry and Oprah situation, I'm on her side though.
Oh yeah.
I'm really on her
But
side.
I think sometimes I think, like you were saying, with men, not men, with women who have kids from previous relationships and stuff like that. I think sometimes when you feel like you've caught a good fish, all your focus is on that man, that you neglect your children and stuff. And I think maybe that's what happened in her instance, then where she was daddy too much, where she's got to be a mummy.
I do think that's what happened. I think she in her head made the situation such a big deal that she had to. That her son suffered in the situation. That's really sad, actually.
Yeah, no, really sad. Honestly, I feel bad for him, and I didn't like the fact that they threw his mental health issues as the reason as to why. I'm like, I feel like people do that a lot.
They do.
That use that as an excuse for this is why they're doing that person's crazy. Don't believe what they say.
And that's what people are excusing, even with the Legion stuff, saying, it's mental health as well, and how they're coming for the family for not getting him diagnosed. I'm sorry, this is a grown ass man.
This is what I'm saying. Let people be responsible.
And the thing is, I don't like when people throw the mental health stuff, because there's actually people who are really going through it.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like, people love to self-diagnose themselves on the internet nowadays. Everybody's got ADHD now. Like, when there's people really,
I can't lie to you.
But there's people who really are going, like, have these things, and it's like, because you can't concentrate for 5 seconds, don't mean you have ADHD. Do you know what I mean? Like, just stop. There's serious matters at hand here, and people are just joking.
Like he must be a narcissist, or she must be. Narcissism is also something to diagnose. And not everybody that is self-centered.
Every single man who has now cheated on their partner is a narcissist now. Girl.
Oh man.
Sometimes let people be accountable for the things that they've done 100%. And not throw out.
But I don't think being ill is being unaccountable. If that makes sense.
No, but as in like.
But they use when people
overuse
it. Use it as an excuse for some behavior. It kind of is like it's definitely like. For me personally, I don't think that you should avoid accountability or not take two things can be true at once.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Two things can be very bad.
Yeah, but a lot of people do use it as an excuse.
No matter how crazy a man is, he's still a human being, and if you do something that I do think that
look at the way people treat Kanye. Some people excuse what he does and says because he's mental, and I'm like, Kanye is also like
a human being.
Yeah, Jeremy, he has other issues as well on top of mental illness.
Sometimes he knows what he's saying.
Yeah, he knows what he's saying. Jeremy, like he's an asshole. He loves attention. Like I mean, all of those things can also be true along with mental health issues. You know what I mean? Yeah.
And he is an asshole.
But shout out to Monique, I guess. And Wendy Williams. Sorry, I forgot we were actually talking about Wendy before. But I do hope she really gets better soon. And I just really hope that I would love to see Wendy do her show again or some kind of podcast. But at this
I
point,
don't think
needs
she
to-
will. I think
I don't think she will. If she's as ill as they
affects the
say,
way you
she's
talk,
not- she
the
won't.
way you talk.
Yeah.
I do think she is sick, and
It's sad.
as I was saying to you guys earlier, I saw on Twitter that it's an alcohol-induced illness, and I do think that it's a little wake-up call to everyone to stop drinking so much, because when you drink while you're going through it, you're making too many parts of your hormones work at the same time. If that makes any sense, like you're stressing out your body's trying to deal with stress, but it's also trying to deal with you putting incredibly toxic alcohol stuff into your body, and you're doing too much.
And you become dependent on it as well.
Exactly.
Like a lot of people are so alcohol dependent, even in like social settings and stuff. Like some people feel like they need to drink, even to have a word, to have a chat. So I think it's
I used to be like that with my anxiety.
Girl, I used to be like that as well. Where it's like, I need to have a drink before I can even enjoy myself on a night out.
But you realise how like wrong that is. Like you're basically fueling yourself, like you said,
Yeah.
alcohol to be effective, and you shouldn't do that. Before we quickly head over to Love Island, Love is Blind.
Let's not Love Island. I don't watch Love Island.
And so no, I don't know if you want to talk
I
about Love
really
Island.
loved it this season.
Did you?
Yeah. And everybody hated it. I was like, this is so good.
She didn't say liked it. She loved it.
I
oh my
loved
Lord.
it, but no,
I
we don't
remember
have to talk about it.
There was definitely ebbs and flows, but
Did you watch it?
yeah, I watched some
Oh,
stuff.
okay.
Yeah, but it wasn't given for me.
I think that was my favourite season.
Really? I just thought, I don't know, it was just dead for me. I think it was mainly also the concept. I don't think it was Islanders' fault because they gave drama. Like, it was
I think for me it was a
some dead Love
drama.
Island seasons we've had for sure. I
Yeah.
think and it's so funny because I've been saying that they should do an all-star season for ages, but then when I actually saw the concept thrown together, I was like,
No.
it's not giving like I thought it would give.
Yeah,
I think
I
it
loved
might
it,
be the
though.
people they pick. I don't know. I think they should, next time they do it, pick older people, like as in from the earlier seasons more than the
But then
newer.
they're all settled down now, isn't it?
Yeah, but I think because they weren't in that era of doing the fake reality
Oh,
TV,
yeah,
I think they'll be
give
more
it.
because that's why Josh didn't give a heck.
Yeah.
Because he was from season one. He said, "You lot
I
ain't gonna
love
do me."
Josh.
I like Josh. I liked him and Sophie. Those were my winners, but I knew that wasn't gonna happen. But yeah, before we actually head over into TV talk properly, did you guys see that clip of the girl at the Omah Lay concert?
I did, and I'm happy for her.
I'm rooting for her. Because men have done worse.
Do you know what is funny?
Okay.
She looks so good that I hope that she looks so.
And
She's very pretty.
And you know what?
fucking good
And you
doing
know
that.
what I thought? Yeah,
She
the
looked like a
guy's
professional doctor.
the guy is, sorry to say, but he's an idiot because first of all, you're taking your girl and you're standing. Number one, you got standing tickets.
They did, yeah.
And then you're at the front like a fan. What did you expect is gonna happen?
She's a fan.
Yeah, but I wouldn't take if I was a guy taking my girl to a concert. We're not standing at the front. I'm not a girl.
I know what you mean. I didn't think about that when I saw it.
I am not a girl. I'm gonna go to the back. But
Well,
you're
that's
at the
seated.
or seated. So what did you expect? And the way she was acting, she was clearly a fan.
She's a fan.
That's the part for me that
So-
I'm like, usually I would not be the ones, because whenever people do the most about girls going on stage, I'm like, you lot need to grow up. Like, honestly, like, it's really not that deep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
fair
really
enough.
not deep.
It's just, you know,
It's not-
the
it's
guy
not
was
that
there,
deep to
whatever.
me now.
But I think the way she was so excited, and it was very much given. And at the end, where I don't know if you saw that video, but there was that part of him walking off at the end, and they were kind of like laughing at him. I was like, you don't respect your man. Let's be real.
Well, is it
You don't
actually
respect
her
your
man? Because I think it's a thing where it's like they're probably seeing each other. I don't think that's her man.
Oh, maybe not. That changes things for me.
Because I think with the way us girls are set up,
Yeah.
if that was your man,
That's a good point, actually. We just assumed.
Do
She
you
didn't actually
really
clarify
think?
that was her man.
Would any of you actually do that? If that was your man, like
Yeah.
If I could answer that, yeah. But let's
if that was your man.
You're such a troublemaker.
Let's caveat all of that by saying that I only date the kind of man that would find that attractive.
Okay.
That he wouldn't feel like it was a big
The
deal.
type of way,
That would be turned on by that.
I don't think that there'll be many men like that.
There
so I
is
can't lie.
in this UK anyway.
That's why I'm perpetually single, so I don't lie to you.
Not in
But
this
yeah,
UK.
I only date the kind of man that would find that would be like, that's hot. Let's go home and do that again.
The way she
Yeah.
was.
What would you guys in reverse think? Like, say it was like a Kalani or a Tiana Taylor, or well, Megan only brings gay men on the stage. But you know, like, let's say it's somebody that.
Wait, as in if it was a woman.
an R&B singer, female R&B singer
Why
that
can't
brings
you
a
say
man
that
on
is
stage.
hot?
I don't think the guy
feel
would have
some type of
cared.
way?
I don't think the guy would have cared. Yeah, I think because it was a man
Yeah.
and it was a celebrity,
Yeah.
and he knew the girl was excited.
Yeah. She was screaming.
Yeah, like.
Men's ego.
But men's ego, yeah.
I don't think I would care personally.
Because look at what
That's
Kiki.
why I never
Because
think
look
that
at what
they're
happened with
doing
Kiki
Yeah,
Palmer
the ego's
and
so
Usher.
big.
It's the same thing. that happened.
Yes.
Think about
with
what-
Usher and
Yeah,
what's it,
same
Kiki-
thing.
And then Winnie, I don't know if you saw the clip after the whole Kiki thing happened, but the way Winnie Harlow ran to her man, I was like, grow up.
And I was like, ain't
Exactly.
nobody
It's
checking for your
Usher.
man. No one's checking for your man,
I
Winnie.
did.
Their ego is just so boring.
Yeah.
Because
No, I just think that it's entertainment. People
I'm
need to
sorry,
lighten
but if
up.
I was with my man and Usher came
If
to
Usher
me,
listen, you better firm it.
Man,
Like,
who?
I'm so sorry.
boyfriend who?
It's Usher Raven, baby. Like, sorry.
and
But
for her, that's her thing. And she did so. I honestly think she looked so good up there. It
Oh,
would be
yeah.
a take me home and let's do that again. Let's do this again. Just
I know
so-
what you mean in the
so
sense
you
that
can
I'm
look
the
like
only
that,
one
but
who
not-
gets that.
I just feel like
Yeah.
in our society,
that's a thing.
not
Be
many
proud of
men
that.
can stomach
I
that.
like that. It's
Listen,
annoying.
ego-
but
Because
It's
when the
so boring.
silhouettes came down, I said, hey.
I felt like they were trying to do her dirty with that silhouette. I said, you
And
lot
then
did
the
so much
spotlight,
work.
I said, oh my
So
God.
good.
She did.
There's a picture of that spotlight where she's bent over and it's like, this is
Yeah.
a beautiful
This is a music video.
Exactly.
I kind of respect the fact that she was like, I'm on stage, I'm
Yeah.
gonna own it.
Exactly.
I respect
Because
that.
what I
energy.
hate as well is when I see girls get called up on stage and they're doing
And they don't do
timid,
nothing, yeah.
they're doing
I
shy.
don't like
Please
that.
get
You're
off.
on stage. 'Cause
Get
I would just
off.
say no because I know I'm not gonna do that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Unless,
You lot agree
unless I'm
with
prepared
me?
to do that.
I think unless it,
He
if
usually
it
got
was
a hard
Drake,
on and taken
yeah.
her home and done that in bed, but he didn't. He started crying. I don't respect that. So, there.
Okay, roles reversed.
It was still the same thing.
Yeah,
If it
I
was
think
your
I
man-
agree,
I'm stuck
yeah.
on the same thing.
Your man,
Yes.
who's like, if it was
could
your
be
man and
anybody.
his favourite
Yes.
singer,
Yeah.
crush, would you not feel that type of
Absolutely.
way?
No, I don't. But I don't feel jealousy the way we else feel.
I
That's
don't
not,
think I would
That's
because
not
I
gonna
think
make
it
me
would be
jealous.
silly to get upset because I don't think he's gonna.
But I
Yes.
don't think
Do you know
I
what
don't think it was. I don't think he's jealous. I just think it's more the shame
What
of
was
everybody.
embarrassment, yeah.
But
And
what's
the
shameful
embarrassment
about it? What are you embarrassed about?
because everybody was like,
Everyone's
oh,
laughing at him.
look at
That's
what's
why.
going on.
To
Can
be
you
fair,
not see?
everybody was laughing at him.
But
I'm not gonna gaslight him.
Okay, fine. So if he'd come out and said, yeah, they were sexy as fuck, and I took her home and fuck, it would change men because men.
Oh, yeah,
men
yeah.
only go
That's-
according
yeah.
to.
If men want
only
men
go
did it,
according.
yeah,
Yes.
100%.
If you went home, if you stood on it and said, yeah, she looked good, and you can't fuck, I can.
But realistically, there's not that many men that think like that.
No.
There really
That's more how we think.
We're back to
Men are not on board.
men's egos are so fragile, it's boring. Please,
Yeah,
bye.
like I think in America,
Yeah.
Bye.
The guy-
I don't think it's a big deal.
the guy would have been like,
Yeah.
she looks
yeah,
hot.
yeah.
It was a dance.
Yeah, I don't think
That's
it's as
what
big of a deal.
It's a dance.
But I don't
But
like
in
the
the
way the
UK
Shea Borough just recently posted her her picture. They identified her. I don't like that. And then they'll put that caption underneath like, we don't condone
They
any
did him
bullying.
too.
I'm like,
They did
you
him
put this
too.
up so she can get bullied. What do you mean?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't
But
like
also,
that.
it's actually not when you look at the grand scheme of things, it's actually not that deep.
It's not
It's
that
not-
serious.
It's actually not that
I'm glad we
deep.
agree. I'm glad we all agree.
Like
as in a general thing to
not-
dance
in a
on
general-
stage,
yeah, it's
no.
not that
It's
deep.
really
I don't
not
think so.
serious.
And
At
for
all.
you, for them to put her picture and everything, like you'd think she had sex with him on stage.
Like she committed a crime or something. Like,
come on.
relax, come on.
And I feel like also people need to think about the guy as well. Like,
Yeah.
not everyone is confident enough
Yeah.
to stomach that or take that. So I think people also need to consider like, it's okay, just leave him alone. Like people are putting videos of him when he was walking away, and then
Yeah.
there's videos of him like zooming in when he was looking upset, and I'm
Yeah,
just
I didn't like that.
Do you know
circulating
what?
that
If he had stood there and took out his phone and started filming her, again, we're back to the
No
narrative.
one would have
You
cared that
control-
much.
You control this
Yeah,
narrative.
no
If
one
you
would
start
have cared that
looking
much.
ashamed, what are you ashamed of, my love? What are you ashamed of? What is she doing that's shaming you?
But you know, in that instant as well, I feel like it's hard to think about how to react to that situation.
I do think there's something. Sorry, my love. I do think there's something to be said about something to be said about yes. Absolutely. One second, guys. Yeah, I forgot about this.
I was like, oh, don't trip. Okay, we'll move on to Love is Blind answer. But yeah, it's interesting what you said though. That it might not actually be her man. I didn't think about it like
I
that.
don't think it's her man
We
like
just
that.
assumed, but it might
Because
not
the
be.
way that girls are,
Yeah.
and the way we riding for our man,
Yeah.
ain't no way she's going on stage
Not
and
laughing at him after, especially.
yeah,
like,
and saying,
surely
oh, it's
not.
not that deep, it's
Yeah.
not that deep. Like,
Surely it's only because maybe we're a few dates
Or-
in and you're doing a bit much.
and I think it's
yeah.
I think it's a thing where it's
Because
like
could you imagine? I'll laugh at you too. Like, please, you don't pick up.
I
the
think it's
door.
a thing where
It's
he
not
probably
that
thought, oh,
serious.
you like Omah Lay, let me take you to the concert, like
Yeah.
let's go together on a date. And she thought, okay, let's go.
Yeah,
I don't think it's her man like that.
yeah.
I'll be if it is, then wow, girl.
Yeah, I was like, that's why if it is, then you could have, yeah.
But
you
if
not
it-
done that.
But I don't think it is. I don't think it is.
You guys were watching Love Is Blind. We mentioned it briefly earlier. We were talking about.
Yeah,
Jessica.
I've watched it.
Are you guys up to date?
Yeah, I think I'm up to the bit where Jessie and no, not Jessie. Jesse was like, oh yeah, you guys know that if I see Jeremy, it's gonna be a.
Oh, it's giving thirsty. It's giving
Jeremy?
thirst.
The
Jeremy is the there is a Johnny, there is a Jeremy, and there is a Jimmy. So
apparently he looks like Bart Simpson.
White boys' names aren't my thing. So which one's which?
So Jeremy's the one
a psychopath that's now married, right?
Huh?
Or is engaged.
We'll get into that. There was a couple of them that were
Jeremy.
engaged.
Wait, what's
just
happening?
before. Yeah. You didn't see the tea.
Jimmy.
Okay, so
Jimmy,
no.
Jimmy,
Jeremy is the one that was engaged. Yes.
Okay, so and Jimmy's the ugly one that everyone seems to fancy because his voice something like that, right?
Oh, so it's Jimmy that's with Chelsea.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Megan
I thought it was
Fox.
Jeremy.
Not Megan Fox, but yes.
Not Megan Fox.
I mean, her friends did confirm that people do call her Megan Fox.
She-
in the
I can
airport.
see.
And they said Carrie Underwood. I was like, people
No,
just
it's
saying
Megan
shit. You don't look
Fox.
like Carrie Underwood either.
I can see where they're going with it.
I can see Megan Fox.
But
can't
I
lie to
think
you.
she shouldn't have said
I
anything.
didn't until they put up the side by side. I'm like, okay, I guess if you kind of squint
No,
and tilt your head a little
squint.
bit.
She looks like Megan
The
Fox,
face
but
shape.
Megan Fox has had a few things done. So Megan Fox doesn't look like Megan Fox either. So
No, Megan Fox looked like that before. Like back in the day, because we all grew up on her. She looked like that.
Megan Fox has
Like
had
now,
a few,
she's had work done. But back then, Megan Fox, she looked like that. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
But now, I don't think she looks as good anymore, personally. So even when people say she had work done, I'm like, yeah, that's why she doesn't look as good as she used to. Because she was better before the work, I think. But yeah, sorry, to what you were saying, I think, I see it a little bit. Not enough for people to randomly go up to you and say you look like her, in my opinion. But hey, I guess people have done that.
Yeah.
But so with Jeremy, so since we're on Jeremy, let's talk about him and Laura and Sarah Ann.
That's
Have you
her
got
name,
there?
Laura.
Have you got there yet?
Yes. Is this the one where they had an argument about him coming home late?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, so you finished them? Because that was like
Yeah.
So the idiocy of sharing your location with her to verify that you're not doing anything you're not supposed to be doing, and then lie about your whereabouts.
So where was he? He was with the
He
other.
was with Sarah
Definitely
Ann.
getting pussy.
Because what a TikToker's
Shit.
theory is that he shared the location in the parking lot of the bar, like he said, to make it look like that's where he was the whole time.
And then went
but
somewhere
went
else.
to Sarah Ann's house, and his Apple Watch snitched on him, basically,
Oh.
and gave him the location,
I can't lie
updated
to
location.
you.
That could be the
You
case.
come home at 5 a.m. and I'm not filming with you anymore.
I think
I'm
that's
not
the end
joking,
of
I'm
them.
not
I think that's the end of them.
Yeah,
I don't think they're gonna come back.
No.
As in Laura won't. We know Jeremy
I'm
will,
not
but
sitting down to discuss why you come at 5 a.m. That's fine. I'm not filming with you anymore. We're done.
I
We
think
are
I'm
done.
the only one who I don't think I would have a problem coming with my man coming home at 5 o'clock, as long as you are aware.
yeah, it's
you
because she
said,
knew he was with Sarah Ann.
yeah,
That was the issue.
as long as
It
where
wasn't
you are
yeah.
aware, because let's just say you went on a boys'
We're on
night
TV. I
out
don't care. We're on TV.
and stuff like that.
People don't
Like
understand.
you could come home late.
No,
Yeah.
no.
But as long as
So you would have an issue with him coming home late, period?
I'm on TV. See, I don't give a shit what you do in life, you know, but I'm on
Yeah.
TV, so...
Oh, so you care the fact that you're on
yes,
TV?
the TV part changes
Okay.
everything for me. Because if we're on TV and we're pretending to be married or whatever we're doing, be a married man, please. No, seriously.
Act like a married man.
But a married man could come home late.
Not 5 a.m. because 5 a.m. is not next morning. You're
Yeah, but
people start
I
after
think
5
that
a.m. What are you
that's-
talking
But
about?
it's a Saturday. Like
People
Oh, yeah, I feel like that's a bit much for me to be like,
No.
you have to come in by a decent
no,
hour.
I think if you go out with your boys,
If you're out,
and
yeah.
you're updated, sorry,
Doing
or
what?
moving-
Wait, doing?
and
You
you're
know what it is?
updating
It's
me.
What are you
because the
doing?
bars close at 2. So I think that's why people are a bit like, what are you doing between
What are
those
you
hours?
doing?
But you could go to a gathering when you're playing games,
Yeah.
you're drinking.
At 5
At
a.m.
3
Yeah.
a.m.
Wait, so what time does your girls' night finish, please?
Yeah, I even got home late last night. Not 5.
Listen,
but,
fine.
yeah.
So here it is. If you come
And we live far. We live in
Jenny-
Kent.
If
He was driving late.
If he had come home at like 10 and be like, oh, I slept over at this person's house, I understand that. But you come into my house at 5 o'clock in the morning is a crazy time to come home from a night out. 5
I don't know,
a.m.
but if
How old are we?
You know.
What are we doing?
I don't think I would. I think if it's not a regular thing,
Yeah, I don't
then
think
it's
I care,
okay.
honestly. As long
Because
as the problem was she was new.
me, next week I'll come home at 7.
Yeah.
You do me, I do you.
Yeah, exactly. Like, 'cause I don't want you
I don't
trying
do that. I don't
to
do that. I
lecture
don't
me
do
for
that.
when I come home, so I
I
wouldn't
don't
do
do that.
Yeah, I just think, I don't know.
Again, back to the TV part is an important part. And also, I just met you, my love. Like, we've known each other for 2 weeks. Why are you...
Yeah, that is
Yeah,
crazy,
true, true.
yeah.
I can get with that, yeah.
There's
Yeah.
many parts to this. I just met you. You can't be coming on 5 a.m. When we live in the same house, where are you off? We just started having sex. Where are you going? Like, genuinely, where are you staying the night? Where are you?
I think I agree with you on the fact that they just
Yeah,
got
that's
together.
fair. Yeah.
But I think
started fucking,
if it's a
just
thing
had
where
the night.
boyfriend and girlfriend and we've been dating
For a
and we're
while.
married
Yeah,
now,
yeah,
then
yeah.
that's
And
different.
that's
Yeah.
That's a whole different
Yeah.
conversation.
Yeah,
But I
that's
just
fair.
met you, And also the worst part that you would have girl that no, please just go away. I don't.
Yeah,
But-
that was
so
crazy.
So the part where he was with Sarah Ann specifically, what do we think about? Firstly, Sarah Ann and Jessica to me are thirsty as hell.
Yeah.
These men did not choose you.
Yeah.
They like, please relax.
Yeah.
Like,
Your
take time.
second option.
The fact that they're like throwing themselves at them in different ways just
You
kind of
guys
making
remember
me
Bliss
ick.
from last season. Bliss and Zach.
That's why everybody is trying to spin the block this season. But it's all Bliss and Zach's fault. Because I'm sorry, I've always been firm in the decision of do not be this person's second choice. It's different in the normal dating world.
Yeah.
Obviously, people will be dating multiple people at once or one or two people at once, and you don't even know that the person has kind of categorized you. So that's a completely different story. But in a setup like Love is Blind, where it's like, oh, didn't work out with this person, I'm going to go straight back to you. It's like, no, like I think that Bliss should have curved Zach heavily.
Oh, do you know what I think? I think he's the other way around.
Especially when you pick
Simply
someone like
because of that.
Irina over me. Like, respectfully, that girl was horrible. So the fact that you could go with that choice and think you can dip back, that's insulting
But
to
see,
me.
so to me then, I think Love is Blind allows for a dip back. Because if it was real
Oh,
life...
it definitely does.
If it was real life, then don't ever find me again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
facts.
they do, because I feel like that's why they also have the people who didn't get picked come and have like a little drink and stuff like
'Cause
that
I do think there's...
to make you realise what you were missing out on, basically.
Like Jeremy, I've watched him now. I think he's a very fun, if you want to say fun, person. Let's throw that fun in there with
Fun
both
to
the quotation
somebody.
marks. Yeah. And Laura, is that her name?
Laura.
Laura. She's not. But I think Jeremy sold his serious side because he has got a serious side. And he sold that because for him, that's the side that he feels that people need to meet. And
He did
talk
say
to
that
about.
he doesn't want to be serious all the time, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I think he's I feel like for him he feels like he's too silly, and he wants to be someone who is serious. But that made him choose someone who was too serious because Sarah Ann is perfect for him actually. If you think about it.
Yeah, true. Personality wise, that's what I
Yeah,
thought
exactly.
initially, yeah.
So I do think a double back makes sense for them simply because they sell their quote unquote best self in those pods. And sometimes your best self isn't who you are all the time. So if you come out and you realize this person is your best self all the time, they're their best self all the time, it can be a bit too much for you. But like, no, I actually like he likes these dumbass shirts and she
The
has
Hawaiian
mentioned
shirts
those
is not
fucking
that serious.
shirts so often that
I don't love a Hawaiian shirt either, but it's not that deep. Like the way it was such an issue
But
for her.
for her-
I thought she was joking at first, but she kept bringing it up. I
brings
said,
up
you
a lot.
really don't like these Hawaiian
Exactly.
shirts. My goodness.
The things that she doesn't like about him are things that are very unnoticeable. So if I pick up those things, she's just looking for things to
She
not
did
like.
say that she was the type of person that would throw men away for very minor
Yeah.
things.
And
That's why she's on Love is Blind, basically, because she would
and
keep...
that's her business.
just-
That's her thing. But I do think that if Jeremy wanted to double back, it makes sense for him because she's really not the person for him, and she's going to make his life very much hell if he decides to stay.
No, she won't.
She
Laura
won't.
reflects herself. She's not gonna. She's not gonna marry him for sure.
No.
I do think him and Sarah Ann are better suited, but I just think they should take time and have a little bit of shame. Like,
And I think doing it
don't throw
secretly
yourselves
as
at
well,
them.
like
yeah,
doing
I would
it
do it. I
secretly
probably
as
wouldn't
well is
like
a
what
bit.
Lakia said. I probably would be inclined to do it off camera after the show's wrapped up.
That's
If I was gonna do
her
it.
taking him to a house of again back to the people don't understand. Anybody coming at 5 a.m. after 2 weeks of knowing me is definitely fucking someone. So
Oh
sorry.
yeah.
Oh, okay, that's what you were getting.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
yeah.
sorry.
For me, it was more in general. If I was married to someone,
Yeah, that's different.
Yeah.
I know you. Come on,
Yeah. But if we just met 2 weeks ago,
Yeah. Like, what are you doing? Yeah.
You were in someone else. And that's
I
fine.
I
That's
can't
not
believe he
me.
shared his location and then got caught out like that.
I'm
It's
telling
just
you
so
like
funny to
men
me.
lie stupidly. I said it earlier.
Yeah,
They
you
just-
actually, to be fair, this
They,
backs
the
up.
lies don't make.
I know.
They don't
Men
follow the
lying
lie over
terribly.
the end.
He's a representation of that.
Honestly, because if you're lying about your whereabouts, then anything that tells your whereabouts, you tell your phone, everything goes off.
yeah.
Because I was here.
But also, I don't think I'd
And there
want
was
a
no
relationship.
service.
I wouldn't want a relationship where we're sharing each other's locations and all
yeah.
that. Because then that's how I know that you're up to
It's
something.
kind of like what
you
Blessing
didn't
said
have to
earlier
do
with,
that.
like, backing too much up. Like, why do you feel the need to
I'm
share me
so
your
glad I
location?
did.
Do you know what I mean? Why do you feel the need to share
It's
your
not that
location? What are you
deep.
doing?
Like,
I
if
think I
it's-
would think that.
Yeah, if you're in Asda, you're in Asda.
Like, why would you think I wouldn't believe you're in Asda? What are you reading?
What are you-
Yeah,
Why
like, I just think that was
Why
a
do you
bit.
need to show
But it's
me
because
this?
he knew that he wasn't where he
Where
was
he
supposed
was,
to
exactly,
be doing. So it's
yeah.
like, let me cover my back
Exactly, you're trying to
just
cover
in
track.
case. But
Let's talk about Clay and AD.
oh,
He's very awkward.
AD. Someone said on Twitter, I don't like it when middle parts have shoulders.
Sorry, I don't know, the shoulders got me.
And I was cracking up because I was like, AD.
You don't need to get off her
I
hair.
wish I could have a hot comb and just.
Do you know what it is?
Girl.
At first I was like, you guys are doing too much. Her leave out is not that bad, but it kept getting
It's her
progressively
forehead.
worse. I was
And then
like,
she was doing
It's
the
her forehead.
flicky back thing as well.
but why did she even have a leave out at all? She should have just got a full wig or
But you
braid.
can have
Like,
a leave out and have it look
No,
nice
but
though.
she clearly doesn't know how to, or she don't care. Like that's the part for me. It's just
And then the
choice of
lashes
leave-out.
as well.
Because you clearly weren't gonna upkeep it, so why not just have a full wig or braid? Girl.
Because she did a TikTok recently where she got her hair done, and I was like, see how nice you look when everything is flat and nice.
People were still saying it was a bit bumpy. Well, like it's still. They said talk at the stylist at this point because.
But Clay's gonna cheat on her.
Her?
Clay's gonna cheat,
Oh, he's warning her.
and I don't think he's fully
He's
attracted to
pre-warning her every
Yeah, he's
conversation.
not.
Like, oh, do you not think?
Yeah,
No,
I
I don't think he's
wondered
fully
in their initial
attracted.
meeting because as much as he was, as much importance he was putting on looks, it was surprising to me that he was only making a big deal of her body to the camera. He wasn't
Because
telling
that's
her
what he
as
liked
much.
about her.
Yeah.
I think because someone even did a TikTok saying that like, I don't think when they first saw each other, because apparently he was saying that like, oh, like he's like the prize. He was kind of making it seem like he was the prize
Yeah.
kind of thing. And I think when he clocked that, oh, she's got body. I think that's when he's like, okay. I think that's when
Something
he
to work
started to
with.
feel like,
Yeah.
okay, I actually I can work with this. But
Yeah.
I don't think physically.
What is there to
Like,
work with? I'm sorry, is this himself?
I was gonna say she's beautiful. I don't know why.
I think she's pretty.
Yeah, and I think he likes black women usually. I don't think that's the problem.
I just don't
So-
think he's attracted to her.
her,
And I think that's why he keeps emphasizing on. He keeps emphasizing on, oh, I might cheat. Oh, I might cheat. Like,
That whole
Do you think
essay-
Amy is not picking
that
it
whole
up, or do you
essay
think she's
he spoke
ignoring
was
it? Because
very weird.
I think she's
I'm looking
ignoring
at
it.
her like, why are we still here? Like,
I think
he's
she's
literally
ignoring it,
pre-warning
yeah.
him. Do you hear his story about his dad?
and that
dad
took
is
him to
trash.
go and cheat.
Yeah, his dad is trash. I
And-
was like, oh, so this is your fault. Okay.
But apparently the mum didn't know.
We're back to men saying too much because all that entire speech was very necessary. Every
And he
single-
said his mum
every
doesn't even know
single
how, so she's
word
gonna
of
know
it.
now then, basically.
mum knows
Going
on
Every
forward.
TV.
single word of that speech was unnecessary as fuck. He was talking too much.
Yeah.
And well, let me just.
His mum, when he watches this back, is gonna be like, oh.
What the heck?
That's why when
Because it's shameful. Why are you telling this girl that you don't know from Madam that about your father cheating me for 23? Are we okay? And then his next scene, his mum sitting there saying, "Well, I've been married for 23 years."
23 years. I said, oh, your son's already embarrassed you. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I actually felt sorry for her when she said that because she said it like it was a flex. And I was
Men
like,
don't have
Yeah.
shame. Men don't have shame.
ooh, ooh.
For me, I just think it's the fact that he keeps saying, oh yeah, like, you know, I don't want to cheat because that's my biggest fear. I don't want to cheat. That's my biggest
Like
fear.
it's not going to be your actions that do it. Like you have no choice in the matter. Or
yeah,
something.
like, it's
That's
like-
the weird thing for me. It's like you're acting like you don't have control.
And the
over
way that you
yourself.
keep saying it, it's like you are going to cheat.
You're
and it's
going
like,
to, yeah.
I told you, so...
That's exactly what's going to happen. He's going to cheat on her, and he's going to be like, "I told you that I was
Yeah.
this.
I was
told you
afraid
I was
of
that."
this.
Yeah.
Nonsense. Yeah, get out of here.
But you know who's pissing me off? It's the other guy, the one with the mobile phone.
Oh, Kenneth. Oh, Kenneth. Why did
And
Kenneth
that
suddenly-
stupid mobile phone.
Why did he suddenly hate Britney?
He's 25, right?
I
Yeah,
think
he's
he
25.
wanted... I think people
He's a
were saying
young
that
boy.
he wanted a black love.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
he
he
wanted
did.
black
And
women.
when he saw
Yeah.
that, she ain't black.
But he knew she was
But
white
he-
in the pods though.
But I think he couldn't do it anymore when he realised that, like, I can't do this.
We're back to. Okay, cool. That girl's pretty.
She is
She's
pretty.
so pretty.
She's so pretty.
And she's a
Do you think it's an
genuinely
attraction
lovely
thing
person.
as well.
Yeah,
as
it is
her
for
being
him. No,
white?
it is for him. It's for him. For him, he
Yeah.
does not like
I
it.
think, like,
And I
it's
think
also
he's
not okay.
literally like, you know when someone annoys you to the point where it's like, I don't even want to look at you. I think because the girl is
But what does she
crying.
do?
And
That's
he's
what I'm saying,
like-
what does she do to him though? Because she seems nice.
I don't think.
I think she's annoying.
I don't think she
Really?
is. I don't think she is.
I
You
think-
don't think she's nice
I
or
think-
annoying?
I don't think she's annoying. I
Oh,
think
okay.
I genuinely feel like there are certain again back to his age, right? I don't feel like when men there's certain men that when they don't find they don't want to fuck you, you become just a nuisance. We got no genuinely.
Wait,
Wait, they decided not to sleep together, right?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, they're not. Yeah.
But desire is important.
Oh yeah,
Desire is
yeah.
important, and he has none for her, and that's just crying. She can tell that he doesn't fancy her
Like,
at
she
all.
was
Yeah.
balling. And he was just on
He's
his
not.
phone
He's not
still.
attracted to her.
I think he doesn't want to fuck her, and I think
Yeah, but does he hate her? Like even if you're not attracted to her, like
He hates
this
her.
this is partly why dating the church boys is for the strong of heart, because I do think that when they don't because his aim is quote unquote marriage just so he can bust a nut inside someone. I think when that path is no longer clear for him, his interest is gone.
I wasn't actually 100% clear on whether he was being 100% truthful about not wanting her sex, because when they talked about the part where he woke her up in the middle of the night at 1 a.m. when
5
she had to
a.m.,
get
right?
she had to wake up at 5
Yeah.
and he woke up at 1, turned the lights on like a madman.
To do what?
Like,
Because they're not having
to
sex.
do what? Peck.
They're not having
Be so
sex.
for real.
Maybe he wanted a little, you know.
For real.
They're not having
He
sex.
wanted what?
But you can do other things.
But
Wake me up to... Oh, I'm so angry.
He doesn't want other things. He doesn't want other
He got me
things.
so mad.
He doesn't
I'm
want
like,
other
how
things.
dare you wake me up for a
Thank
cuddle?
you.
It
He's
needs
too
be
young to be
for
doing
real.
Love it.
this.
Thank you.
He's too young to be doing all this. He's too young for it.
I think it was when she was physically upset, and then he's just like on his phone, like tap tap tap, and I'm like, if that was me, I would have chucked that phone.
Thrown out the window. By
I
that
would have
point.
chucked
Actually,
that
never seen
phone.
anyone on her phone before on that show. It was
Yeah,
quite
that's the
surprising.
thing. He was like, the excuse of
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm so excited to talk to my family, my friends, my this, I'm like, everyone else does that though, but we still see them present in
Well,
their
that's-
Yeah.
he's 25
Why are
years
you
old.
the only
He's
one
25
on your
years
phone?
old.
And I don't even think he's sending emails and talking to people. I think he's on the
No.
shade room. He's
25
just like
years old.
on Twitter.
And
like,
the thing is,
zoned.
for me, I just think you can see that she's physically upset. She really likes you. Like,
Yeah.
at least console her and be like, "Oh, I'm really sorry." Da, da, da. But he was like, "Oh, let's hug. It's not bad blood." I was like,
Yeah, let's hug. So
"It's not beef or something."
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
what? Then he went upstairs to call his friend like, "Yeah, I'm gonna come over." Da, 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 da.
I'm surprised he
That was
didn't even
horrible.
dap her
That was
up. The way he
That
was
is
so
so
cold.
horrible.
Like,
Yeah,
oh my god. Honestly.
But that's the
I
thing
thought-
about men. One thing, they're gonna switch up on you.
Honestly.
And when
the
they
switch
do-
up was so
He didn't
swift.
switch up. He didn't switch up. He's nice and changed.
No, in the
No, he
beginning,
switched up.
He was
He
so
did not switch
attentive.
up.
She
No.
said that he would put out her flip-flops ready when she was there to turn around. Like, he wanted to unpack their day at the end of every day. Like, he
Yeah,
completely
I think he
on
switched
her.
up when he
I
realised that.
think
this ain't it.
He saw a white girl and thought, okay, cool, let's try and make it work. And then him and AD had a conversation on the beach. You know,
I think he
that
saw
whole
Clay and
conversation.
AD together and he
Yeah,
saw Black
and
Girl on the
Yeah.
side and realised
I was like,
yeah.
no, this ain't it for me. And then just from then, he was like, dead this.
Yeah.
Because I think the switch up was only.
But he could have gone about it so much better. He
could've-
wasn't nice.
But we're
at the
back
end
to
of
his
it.
25, and honestly, I feel like sometimes with that whole thing about the frontal lobes, it happens to boys too. I think maybe he just didn't understand that. I'm not sure what I'm trying to say because he's a piece of shit either way. But I think the thing for him is that he just didn't. He doesn't know how to tell her.
Yeah.
And so it's a good thing that she made it clear, like you don't. There is nothing here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Or do you
And
think
also,
that's
I
what she
don't
was trying to do?
no,
I
no,
think she was
that's
just
what she
trying to
said.
be like,
no, she was saying to him, "There's nothing here. There's
because
nothing here."
yeah, I was talking to my
It's
cousins
very
about this
clear.
last night, and they felt like she wasn't attracted to him, and that's why she was saying that I don't feel that crave thing. I'm like, I personally, judging by how she is genuinely in conversation with him, she beats about the bush a lot. She
Do you
doesn't
think
want to
so?
fully.
I think
even
she's
in
so straightforward.
Even in previous conversations, she like will say like, "Oh, I feel like you're being a bit distant," or like she won't fully say you're on your phone all the time. You're not talking to me. Like I feel like you don't even like she's not really being direct with it. And then even when she does say the little things to nudge him in the right direction, whenever he gives lame excuses, she's like giving him grace and kind of backing up what he's saying. I'm like, you know this is bullshit kind of thing.
I think Chelsea
she's a
does that. I think
tiptoer.
Chelsea does that. But I do think I don't know her name, but I think she's very she's
Do you
trying to
think
be
Chelsea does that?
yeah, no, Chelsea gives Jimmy she just gives him births and time and bullshit.
I
That's
think Chelsea just whines personally, but anyway, we'll get on.
that
to
whole situation is just very questionable.
Yeah.
But I do think that this babe, I think she wants to save both faces. And like you said, she's a God-fearing woman, whatever that means. So I do think she wants to if it's gonna end, she wants to end it in a way that lets them both leave gracefully.
Do you think all that crying meant that she really wanted to break up? Because I really think she
No,
just
I
wanted
think
to
no,
say.
I think she
don't
likes
feel like
it.
you're giving
I
me
think
the
she
attention.
likes
I think she likes
it.
it.
Yeah,
I think
she likes
as
it.
women, we gravitate towards adoration because if a man likes you and he's giving you and you're like, you know what, it's not that bad, and that's why women are more easily swayed to be with a guy who has just been there for a long time because they know you and they're giving you attention and their attention to you makes you give attention back.
Yeah.
Whereas for men, they have to give attention, otherwise, regardless of how much you like them, if they don't know to you, nothing changes for them, regardless of what's going on. Whereas women, we over time become more into a guy because you know what, you're doing the things. He wasn't doing the things. He wasn't doing the thing because her complaint was, we don't even kiss or cuddle. Her complaint was, there is no affection. There is not, nothing for me to feed off of. You're giving me nothing. What am I supposed to work with here? How am I supposed to be into you? Like, I want to be in a place where I can't wait to touch you because we're about to get married.
Yeah.
I can't wait to.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're not giving me that. So
But that's what I thought that she was getting at, and I think she spoke on it as more of a I don't feel things with you, but like you said, it's more because she's retreating.
Yeah.
Because she's not getting that attention from him, and he didn't interpret it that way. He like clung on to the fact that I don't feel that crazy. It's like, oh, well, you're not attracted to me, so I guess this is dead.
Yeah.
And that was not where she wanted that conversation to go.
I think the way that she was crying as well was, for me, was giving someone who really likes someone.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But I think it's the fact that she wasn't reciprocating what she wanted.
Exactly.
So it's kind of like, and I think she started to internalize it and it kind of made it, probably she was feeling like, oh, what's wrong with me? Like, why don't you like me? Do you not like me anymore? Da, 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 da. And I think he just thought, you know, when some people say that the more a woman is like nagging, da, 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 it pushes the man a little bit. I don't think it's nagging, but I think that's how he felt. Yeah, and then you start to, and I think that's why I was saying where he was starting to get annoyed. It's like, you keep saying the same thing over, and it's like, I'm telling you, I've got my school to look after.
And he was gaslighting her because you know,
but he was trying shit, of course.
So why are you acting like you don't understand?
But instead of him to be straightforward and say that I don't want this anymore, he was creating all these different excuses and stuff.
Exactly.
And I think
the way he was like, oh, don't be trying to act like I wasn't home, or I'm not trying to be home. I went out, got my hair twisted. I went out and did this. I said, so you weren't home.
And also, no shade as well.
How did that change anything?
I don't think he ain't even all that to be doing all that. Like, do you know what I mean? So I think she's such a beautiful girl, and then you're just tossing her around when you ain't even all that.
Cool.
I think he was looking for her to say something. He was pushing for her to say something.
He wanted her to be the one to engage.
He wanted, he was a coward.
And this is coward. He's a coward.
Yeah. But that's a lot of men nowadays, isn't it?
It's so true. I'm going to throw a little spanner in the works with some tea that I saw online, though. His cousin apparently, not even apparently, I saw it. She posted a picture of him saying like something like, well done. But she said he's gay. And he was like, and then they were like, why is he on the show? Then it's like, I don't know, TV time, I guess. I was like, huh.
Or maybe he's trying to prove, like, to his family or something that, like, maybe he's not. Maybe he's like,
then why is his family allowing him online?
Fighting, I don't know. Maybe he.
I mean, like, you know,
because surely you wouldn't
so
do like,
know,
especially as a church boy. Maybe he just feels like he can't be fully who he is, so he has to go to this extent.
But then that makes me dislike him a lot more.
Oh
because you're just wasting her time.
Not just that, but because you could have been kinder.
Yeah.
You could have been kinder. You could have definitely, if you're
because
gay,
you know what it's like.
You could have been kinder, and the fact you chose this horrible way to do it, that makes you a piece of shit, like an actual piece of shit. It's different if you're a man who's just looking for a way out, which is what most men do.
Because you're like emotionally invested, you didn't handle it the right way, whereas you were never in it.
Yeah, exactly. If you were never in it, then you could have at least just been nicer to her. At least you'd have got like a human being. That's the least you can do.
That's so true. But speaking of the tea that's been spilled online about the contestants, though, so we mentioned it earlier, but Jeremy was apparently, not even apparently, he confirmed that they knew he was engaged.
So what was the timeline? So when he was in the pods, was he engaged still or not?
No, I think he just broke up off his engagement before he went on the show.
Because of the show, or it just didn't work out?
Yeah. To be honest, for me, I think they were putting a little bit of, I think they were not doing the most, but they put a little bit of drama on it because essentially, like, they were like, oh, he was engaged and living with his girlfriend with the kid. But the kid is not his. So it's her child. And, you know, fair enough, like, if it's close timing to the show, it does look a bit dodgy in the sense that, you know.
And how are you so ready to get married just after being engaged?
Yeah, exactly. This is the thing, because it's like... Oh, someone at the door.
No, keep going.
Okay, this is the thing, because it's like, obviously at one point you were engaged, and I get that you being in such close proximity of your engagement and going on the show is a bit sus. Like when people break up with their girlfriend and go on Love Island, you know, it's a bit sus. But at the same time, I'm like, but he's single. Do you know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, this doesn't really mean that much. You know what I mean? Like, and the child is not his. I would be a bit like suspicious if you had a child with the same woman. I'd be like, surely that's still your babe. Like, do you know what I mean? But like, yeah, he could have just broken up with her and then, hey, go on the show. I don't know. I just don't think it's that serious. But Trevor, apparently, let me read the one that Chelsea was talking to. Let me read.
Oh,
his,
the big guy with the. He's kind of cute.
His one was more interesting to me because I was like,
oh, apparently he had a girlfriend this whole time. Like some fitness girl, right?
Yeah. Like he basically, from what I remember, he broke up with her on the way back from the show.
Oh, wow.
So he went on the show and then broke up with her when, like, 2 weeks after he filmed something like that.
Interesting.
Yeah. Let me find that. But
where are these casting agents getting these people from?
I'm like, you lot are not doing your due diligence. You're not doing your job.
Like, to be honest, they might be.
You think they're doing it on purpose? Do you think they're doing it on purpose?
Just for drama?
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Maybe.
But my thing is, at least, like, I don't know, I just feel like don't let just purely clout chasers come on the show. Do you know what I mean? Like, let there be some kind of authenticity there. That's what makes it work.
There's that couple where she's Latina and he's
Amy and Johnny.
They like each other and they seem like
but Johnny's too overcomplicated.
He's too pressed about the condoms.
I can't. And not having a child and I've been able to afford it. Relax.
Cool down,
like
bro.
cool down. End of the day, you're a married couple, and when they do get married, things can happen. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, you decide to not have a kid.
To retire early.
But like, one kid is not going to stop you from retiring early. Yeah. Let's be honest.
Well, kids are expensive though.
Have you?
In the grand, but you have to pay your mortgage. You have to pay your car. Like, in the grand scheme of things. Oh no! I just think one child is not going to stop you from retiring early. Let's be honest.
Maybe.
Because he's just doing too much. As long as you're married.
My thing is, you're going to have children eventually, and if children will be expensive regardless.
And mistakes, not mistakes, but like things happen.
As long as you're financially stable to handle it, I don't see what putting it off is going to do.
And things happen.
To be honest,
do you know what I mean?
I appreciate seeing a man who cares about that shit on TV.
No, it's good. I think it's responsible of him.
But it's just too much.
But yeah,
for
like,
me.
I feel like if you plan to be married with children at some point.
Cares about that stuff on TV, because I don't think we see enough men who care about contraception and stuff like that.
I mean, if he's willing to get snipped, then
yeah.
But it doesn't look like he is willing to do it.
Yeah, not for contraception purposes.
Yeah.
No, like only if you don't want to have children at all.
Yeah.
But where it comes to sorry.
They look really nice, by the way.
I know, I've been looking at them. I love the colour. It looks so good.
Yeah.
But what are the other couples? Oh, Chelsea and Jeremy. Oh, Jimmy? Yeah, Chelsea and Jimmy.
Chelsea got on my nerves when she was saying
when
that.
She was whining, yeah.
Because I'm like, and then when he said, and sex as well, that's a little bit too much. I was like,
that one hates
because
her.
you've only just met.
I was like, let's relax
2
now,
weeks or
Jimmy.
whatever.
God.
How is it already too much?
That man hates
It's just starting. It's just getting started.
He said, you smothering me with the cooch. Like, oh my Lord.
He said, you got to cool down with the coochie stuff. You got to cool down.
Cool down with the coochie.
He is angry. He's angry because he feels deceived. And we're back to when men are delusional, because nobody's
and then he completely switched up.
No, but I think Chelsea.
I'm like,
okay, one thing I'm going to say about the Chelsea thing is that I feel like she herself knew that she was up against, is it Jessie, right?
Yeah.
And I think she thought the only way to get one up on Jessie is let me sound like Megan Fox. To play in his mind
I think she did it on purpose.
She did it on purpose.
Yeah.
And now that he's seen, she don't really look like Megan Fox. He's like, you duped me. You've twanged me.
You duped me.
So I hate you right now.
Imagine if a man told you he looked like Morris Chestnut.
You're lying.
And then you see me some regular
I
would be so upset.
And the thing is, you didn't have to do that. You actually didn't have to do that.
No, you're lying. You instantly know he's lying.
Because he could, like, especially if he's even good looking, it's like I can't even look at you the lens that I would before, because you compared yourself to Morris Chestnut. So now all I'm seeing is some niggas who's not Morris Chestnut.
I think he lied to himself. I think he listened to a woman talk about her child. He likes to talk about her, but he listened to her talk about her child and decided,
oh yeah, he was put up by that.
He deserves the situation he's in. Because common sense, as a grown adult, will tell you that someone said they look at a celebrity, you take it with a pinch of salt.
And she did say, people say, and I don't see it.
Exactly.
To be fair to her.
Yeah, but she knew what she was doing. She knew. And again, she knew.
He chose to be deluded.
She definitely threw it out there on purpose to make him
think
that.
She definitely did. But I think, like you were saying, he didn't want to deal with the child.
So he deserves the situation.
But at the same time, I think when he sees, because we haven't seen that bit yet, but when him and Jessie meet, because I think there's a snippet where she's like, I know you fucked her, I know you fucked her. So
Chelsea cares too much about.
She cares about winning.
Yeah, she
cares about winning.
Yeah, the man. That's why.
Yeah, it's an ego thing.
Trevor and her had a better bond. I actually didn't see much of a love connection between her and Jimmy in the pod. So when they picked each other, I was like, you guys love each other?
Yeah.
Okay. But hey.
Could you guys do Love is Blind?
No.
You know what's so funny? If it weren't for the marriage part, I would actually be willing to do it.
I think if it was strictly black men, I'd do it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you know what? I
No.
might be more inclined to do it then too.
I think
You
if
know
I
the
knew that
UK
it was
one?
strictly,
Yeah,
it's in the
I'm gonna be interested to see
pipeline.
what that one's gonna look
No,
like.
Yeah.
this is the Dubai one coming. That's a bit fun.
Oh really?
Ooh.
I've
The
always wondered
Swedish
why
one's
they
alright,
don't.
you
Yeah,
know.
because they have the ultimatum queer love. So like, how come they don't do bisexual couples or same-sex couples in Love Is Blind?
Oh
That
yeah,
would
they
be
probably
interesting.
might do though.
Yeah.
They might do.
They should
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, they probably do. Yeah.
But yeah, no, I would never because I need to try the goods if I don't know.
And I think also if there was no marriage thing as well, I probably would do it as well. But yeah, for me, it's knowing that they're all black and knowing that there's no marriage thing, I would do it. Because I think it's sometimes not always about the physical. You need to get to know somebody for the inside. Because I think
Yeah.
it's very easy to get clouded because of the way that someone looks on the outside. That you think you like them, but you don't really like them.
You know how I said earlier about people put their best foot forward. I don't want to see your best foot. No,
What do you mean?
not in a bad way, but I don't want you to. I don't want us to get together for you to. I don't know. If I'm how to say this. Let me say it properly. I feel like you're selling me a person because you're selling something to me.
That's in all relationships though.
Yes.
Even if it's
Yes.
not Love Is Blind.
Yeah.
Yes. I agree. I agree. It's all relationships and not just love and bad. But I do think that because there's a camera in front of you, you're constantly sending me something. I need to understand what's real and what's not because I can't. If you're selling your best side, then what's the side you're not selling me? I need to know that side too. And I don't want to be married to you on that side. I don't want to be in a relationship with you on that side of you. And I don't know if there are couples that have worked out, but there are couples. But I do think that it's too much to ask one person to be okay with. And if I don't know what you're like, and if I don't know who you are, then I can't really do this with you. And I don't think I can do that by talking to you through a wall. I need to see your face when you talk to me as well, because I don't know you're lying or you're not. Because you could be in that pod and sell a bag of lies. Like you could make up a whole entire life for yourself in that pod, and I would never.
But
know.
remember doing that face to face too.
It makes no
Without a
difference,
wall.
Before we step out of the salon, I do quickly want to ask you guys, speaking of reality TV, your thoughts on Porsha and Uncle Simon getting a
I don't
divorce.
know, because I feel like one way I think she might be doing this because she genuinely wants a divorce, but then I've seen people also saying that is because she doesn't want to be tied to him legally and stuff like that.
Assets and her
So, but then I
reputation,
guess at the end of the day, like half of our parents came here, if you're African anyway, came here through legal means. So it's not nothing new. Why are people acting like, oh
it's
my
the
gosh?
fact that he kept coming back.
Yeah.
He got
Come
deported a couple times. He
on.
just come back, child.
A lot of us are immigrants, whether legal or illegal. Like, do you know what I mean? It's not nothing new, but
he's got quite like I think it's 30 years of actual fraud.
fraud.
He's been in America with two different names.
But who's shocked? Not
no,
I.
this is common.
Who's shocked?
I'm
Not I.
I just think it's because it's Porsha and Simon, because
Yeah.
of who they are.
Yeah.
It's a big deal. But realistically, a lot of our grandparents, everybody came here through, not everybody, but like a lot of people came here through, other ways,
Illegal
questionable
ways,
ways. So it's not nothing new. Everybody's
It's
getting
because he concealed his criminal history. That's why. So like.
Did he from her though? Did he from her?
No, from the visa application. That's why it was not legal.
I wonder if she knew. And she
That's what I was gonna say actually. Yeah. Do you think she
I
knew
wonder
or
if she
not?
knew.
I don't think she knew.
I don't think she knew that part.
She was like,
I don't because why would he tell her that?
Yeah, he wouldn't.
If you think about it, why would he tell her that? There's no reason to.
because they had to get married in Nigeria, and to come here. I'm thinking. I'm pretty sure that wedding in Nigeria was to give him more longer stay in America, or because otherwise they would have to get married in America first. She went to Nigeria and did like 3 or 4 weddings. So there's something. I think.
But I don't think he would have told her. That's the reason.
I just don't think so. I don't
think
see him
she
having
used-
that conversation with her. I don't think so.
So you think she should
By the way, babe, I'm an illegal immigrant. Like I just don't see it coming up. Maybe, but I just don't see why he
I
would.
don't know.
Because a lot of people don't even talk about these things
Yeah.
on a general, like, just not them just being Porsha and Simon, but I think on a normal day-to-day, like, if I meet a guy, I'm not asking, oh, how'd you get your passport? Like, do you know what I mean? It's not something that you would
Would
talk
just
about.
ask.
Yeah, so.
You doing that and going on reality TV is
It's
crazy.
insane.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Oh man, but yeah, I guess we'll see how it pans out on the show. But thank you guys for stepping in the salon today.
Thank you for having us. I love my nails.
I know, I
Thank
love
you.
them.
I
Let me
love
see
my
yours.
nails too.
Oh my god, they're so cute.
They are really nice.
They're really nice. I love them.
Thank you.
And you guys got tips as well, both of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cannot do
Thank
it.
you,
No,
girls.
Thank you.
Thank you.